this one is pronounced as park. Park. Okay, so it's not pak. It's not pal. Your tongue, what it tries to do is it tries to do the L sound, but it's gonna stop it with the g sound. So you don't quite do the L sound. So it's park, park, park. Sorry, even I'm having a hard time. Park, park. Okay, but Koreans usually don't pronounce this on its own. They always pronounce it with another letter. And there's a word, 밝다, 밝다. Okay, it's not 박다, it's not 밝다, it's 밝다, 밝. It's like the sound, my tongue just shuts it. Okay, 밝, because my back of my tongue is shutting the sound. 밝, even though my tongue wants to make the L sound, it's like trying to do the L sound, but it shuts it. 밝다, 밝다. Word, 밝아. 발, with the tongue making that L sound. 밝아, 밝아. So it means it's bright, or 밝으니. Again, here I'm making the L sound. And the g sound is moving to the next letter. 밝으니, 밝으니. Okay, now this word is a bit tricky because the g sound makes the next letter, because your consonant g and under g are mixing together, so it makes g sound. So 밝고, 밝고. Okay, 밝고, 밝고. Okay, this letter, now this is more tricky because this one is actually pronounced, I know it's going to be confusing, it's pronounced 박는. 박는 with actually ng sound. Okay, now this word, you're going to be confused again. It's pronounced as 밝은. So now this one is pronounced with L, and then the g sound goes to the next letter, because the next letter starts with a vowel, so it's 발, and the g goes next. 근, 밝은, 밝은. Okay, you might be asking, what's the difference between 박는 and 밝은? Okay, so they both are adjectives. 박는 is like, it's sort of like, it means bright, but it's like brightening. It's like a present tense. It's what's being, it's brightening. It's a continuous of brightness, brightening. 밝는. And then 밝은 just means it's bright. 밝은. I don't know if that makes sense or not. 박는 is not used that often as the word 밝은. So often, if someone has a very bright, cheery personality, they'll say, oh, that person has a really 밝은 personality. 밝은. Okay, so 밝은 is more often used as an adjective to describe something. Okay, this word is pronounced as 밝지. 밝지. So this is where the word 밝, it's not quite pak, it's not quite pal. It's like your tongue wants to do the L sound, but it gets shut with the g sound. So it's 밝, 밝, and then 밝지. So because of the consonant assimilation, instead of pronouncing as chi, it's pronounced as ji. So 밝, again, I'm having a hard time myself. 밝지, 밝지, 밝지. So it's like, it's as if you're beginning the sound with the L and then but ending it with the g sound. So 밝지, 밝지. So isn't it bright? 밝지. Okay, this word, 발, 발. Okay, this is not quite pop. It's not pop. It's not pal. The sound that you're gonna mix together. So your tongue starts as if it wants to make the pal sound. Pal sound. but then it ends with the pop sound. Okay, so it's pipe, pipe. So pa, but then doesn't quite do it. No, because you need to shut. Okay, so pipe, 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 pipe. So it's not pop, it's not pal, it's pal, pal. Okay, again, Koreans don't pronounce this word by itself. They always pronounce with another letter next to it. So there's a word, 밟다, 밟다. Okay, which means you're stepping on something. Okay, 밟다. So it's not 밟다, it's not 밟다, it's 밟다. And usually it's the word 다, but it's because of the consonant assimilation, you pronounce it da instead of ta. So 밟다, 밟다. So 밟아. Okay, again, 밟아. This one is pronounced with the L sound first, and then the B sound gets moved to the next to the vowel. So it's pronounced as 발, 바, 밟아, 밟아. Okay, and then now this word is pronounced as 밟으니, 발 with the L, the B sound goes to the next vowel, 밟으니. Okay, now this word is going to be pronounced as 밟고, 밟고. So this is the pronunciation where your tongue wants to do the L sound, but then it gets shut with the B sound. So 밟고, 밟고. It's not 밟고, it's not 밟고, it's 밟고, 밟고, 밟고. Okay, now this one's going to be tricky again. Okay, this word is pronounced as 밟는, 밟는. Okay, there's no consonant here, but because of the consonant assimilation with and then all mixed together, it just crunched it all up and then turned it into a M sound. So it's 밟는, 밟는. Okay, it's an adjective, like you're stepping on, 밟는. Okay, now this word is 밟은, 밟은, 밟은. It's actually, this adjective is more commonly used, 밟은, to describe something that you stepped on. In English, there's no past, future, present tense with adjectives, right? In English, just adjective is an adjective. It just describes something. But in Korean, adjectives actually has a past, present, and future tense. These are adjectives that describe something, but it describes with these tenses. So the difference between 밟는 and 밟은 is the tense. So 밟는, it's a present tense. It's a continuously stepping on or trampling. 밟는. Now, 밟은 is a past tense. It's something that you stepped on or trampled. 밟은, it's a past tense. You're wondering, what's the future tense? The future tense is 밟을. Okay, so I'm going to give an example with a stone. In Korean, 돌 is stone. So let's say 밟은 돌. 밟은 돌 means a stone that you stepped on. 밟은 돌. Okay, let's say if you say 밟는 돌. 밟는 돌 means a stone that you're currently stepping on. 밟는 돌. Okay, now if you're talking about a stone that you're gonna step on in the future, Then you say 밟을 돌. 밟을 돌. It's a stone that you're going to step on sometime in the future. 밟을 돌. It's a future tense. 밟을 돌. Okay, this one is pronounced as 밟지. Again, this one your tongue wants to do the L sound 발, but it doesn't really do that because your mouth has to close it. But 밟지, 밟지. You should have stepped on that. 밟지, 밟지, 밟지. How are you guys doing? Korean is the easiest phonetically based written language in the world, but still, time to time, it can be tricky, especially when you see these double consonants in the bottom. How do you pronounce it? Well, it depends on what letter comes right after it. So it's not easy. I know it's challenging. I feel your pain. Yes, I do. I feel your pain.